One of the things we need to consider once we have entered Turkey, and in case we're planning on staying in the country for more than 3 months, which is the time we are allowed to stay in the country on a tourist visa, is applying for a residence permit. In Turkish it's called as ikamet. In this video, we're going to share with you all the important information about the types of residence permits, the official website to apply for an appointment, and all the documents you're going to be needing. So let's get started. This residence permit will allow us to stay in Turkey in a legal way. If your visa expires, you never apply for a residence permit, and you didn't leave the country on time, then once you try to leave the country, a fine will be imposed. This fine depends on the days that you exceeded your stay and also on the immigration officer. For certain exceeded days, one can pay, for example, let's say 500 Turkish liras, but another person for the exact same days can pay 1,000 liras. Also, you are at risk that the country could ban you from entering Turkey for some years. So you already know, if you want to live in Turkey in a legal way, you'll need to do the process to apply for a residence permit first. That will also give you the opportunity to work here with a work permit. Because just as a tip, if you look for a job once you are in Turkey, first you must apply for the residence permit, and then the job you have applied to will process the work permit for you. Without the ikamet, the employer cannot give you the work permit. So now, let's start with all the important information about the ikamet. When should I apply for the residence permit? Well, for this one, you must apply for it once you are in Turkey. Remember, you cannot do it from another country or through the Turkish embassy in your home country. Once you have entered the country, you must apply before your visa expires. Now, what happens if my appointment was given way after my visa expires? Am I illegal in the country? Well, most of the time the appointments for our interviews in the immigration offices, which is known as Göç İdaresi in Turkish, are given 1 to even 3 months away from the date when we applied on the system. But you don't have to worry. You are not illegally in Turkey. When you fulfill the form on the system, you need to print it out and keep a photo of it on your phone. That will prove that you have already started the process and you're waiting for your interview appointment at the immigration offices. Even you can still travel within Turkey that way. Now let's see what types of residence permits we have available. There are 2 types of residence permits, short-term, and the second is long-term. The long-term residence permit, which is also indefinite, is only given to those who have been living in Turkey for at least 8 years. What are the types of short-term residence permit in Turkey? Well, depending on the reasons of stay in the country, then there are other types of short-term residence permits. In this case, we can find the scientific research, establishing business or commercial connections, participating in training programs, education, family, tourism purposes, and medical treatment. There are a few others, but the main ones are these. The ones that mostly foreigners apply to are education, family, especially those married to a Turkish citizen, and tourism. What documents do I need to apply for a residence permit? As well, depending on the type of short residence permit you will apply to, there are certain documents that will be requested. I will not mention one by one because otherwise the video will be very long, but I will share in the description box of this video and on a pinned comment the official link of that document where you can check them on your own. But also there are some documents that will be common in all the resident type permits, and just a few will change according to the specific type of ikamet you're applying to. How long is the ikamet valid for? For tourism purposes, it's given for maximum 1 year. In the case of a residence permit for family purposes, it can be issued for up to 3 years. For this one, you also need to consider the validity of your passport. If your passport still has 2 years validity and you apply for a 3-year permit, then they will only give you 2 years. What's the fee I need to pay for a residence permit? At the moment, I'm not quite sure about the exact prices because also we cannot see them displayed on the website until you have already filled in the form and generated the appointment. Then you can see the fee, but in my case that I have just applied recently to renew my residence permit as a family type for 3 years, it showed me almost 1,800 liras. So I will say most of us should expect to pay between 1,000 to 2,000 Turkish liras. Remember that every certain time the prices also increase, so please do not rely on this video for the prices. Maybe next year the fees will be different. Where and how can I apply for the residence permit? The official website for it is this one. Make sure to check the description box of this video or the pinned comment for the official link. It's quite easy doing it on your own. You do not need somebody else to do it for you. But if you want to get the help of an expert, you can also do it. Just please make sure to do it with somebody reliable. There are so many people advertising their services on Facebook pages, but trust me, many of those are scammers. I have known many cases of people and also friends of mine that have been cheated and scammed. They take their money and you never hear from them ever again. Just make sure to find a good, reliable agency to help you out with all the process you need. Now let's show you step by step what the system looks like and how to fill it in. This screen recorded was taken during the time when we applied for my personal residence permits. On the first screen, we are going to fill it in with our personal information, our name, our passport number, and also they will request our mother and father's name. Also make sure to have in hand the address where you're going to be living in because you are going to put it there. Remember that the ikamet, the physical card, will arrive to that address. You are going to need your biometrical photos because you need to put it there as well. As you can see from my screen, also when I was applying for my own residence permit, I had to upload it onto the system. And also you need to have by then the health insurance that must cover for the time that you are requesting the ikamet or residence permit for, because you are going to need to put that information into the system. Once you have finished filling in all of this form onto the system, now it's time for you to print it out. And also you're going to sign it and you will take that one into your interview. And also, as I mentioned before, it will be really good if you can keep an extra photo of it on your phone. That way, if you're going out and your visa expired already, and maybe they might check you or you need to travel within Turkey, you can show that and you can prove that way that you have started the process for your residence permit. So this is pretty much what you have to know about the residence permit and how to apply for it on your own. It's not too difficult, but you need to make sure to have all of your documents ready to take them to the interview appointment. If you have any question on the topic, just feel free to comment below. We'll try to answer you as quick as possible. If you found this video useful, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos like this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.